Another pee break. It happens, you know.
We get
the way the human body works, man.
Yes.
So we hit number 6 now. We're at number 6. I think Jake will like this one. Albert might like this one too. You don't have to wait for an apology to forgive.
Yes.
You don't have to wait for an apology to forgive.
I think people should just listen to that and then take a second, pause the video. You know, maybe for all of these, listen, hear it once, and then pause the video, and then.
That's why I'm saying it twice. You know, sometimes we'll have the subtitle below,
Yeah.
but like I said, some of these really go hand in hand with your life, and you can really, reflect on them and be like, hold on, like let me think about this a little bit. And this one we don't even have to touch on for much, that long.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's pretty simplistic.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait for an apology to forgive. I feel like once you forgive, that's all you need. You don't need to hear an apology. Once you're okay with the situation, whatever it may be, and there's thousands, hundreds of thousands of situations in your life as you go through where maybe you do need an apology. Maybe someone was wrong, or maybe someone did mistreat you. But if you can internally forgive and be okay with the situation and see it in their shoes, maybe that's why they did that. Maybe that's why the way they acted. Maybe that's why the way they reacted.
Yeah.
But I feel like that takes a certain level of maturity to get to that level where you can forgive and you can just move on with life. Because there's a lot of things that will happen to you, and like it'll hurt you to a point where you're like, damn, you really did that to me? Like,
Yeah.
Now every time I see you, now I'm gonna feel some type of way about it.
Yeah.
But if I get to the point where like you did that to me, and I understand why you did that to me, so like I forgive you, but you don't necessarily have to say, yo, I'm so sorry. Once I know like why,
Yeah.
then now I can forgive you. And
Yeah.
there's no need for an apology because what is said it's just like that. What it said can just really be unsaid, in my opinion, I feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because man, everything relates to the first truth, which is life is short.
Yep.
The average human life is relatively short.
Yeah.
Life is too short to hold grudges, man, and really hate someone, and you don't have to hate someone to not really mess with them anymore.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can kind of just know where they stand in your life, and all right, maybe we're not right for each other.
Yeah.
Maybe our energies, maybe our mindsets, we just don't click, and that's okay. And that may take 10 years to realize. A friend like that, where I'm at in life, maybe we don't coexist.
Yeah.
But you don't have to hate the person. You know what I mean? You could forgive them, and they could forgive you. You could be the person that did the messed up stuff. You could be that person.
Yep.
But you don't always have to wait for the apology or give the apology for that person to forgive you or you to forgive that person.
Yeah.
Because I feel like once you forgive, that's kind of like a sense of relief where you're like, all right, I've moved on.
Yep.
And let me take the next step. That person is at where they're at in my life at this moment, and you know what I mean. We're gonna proceed with everything I'm doing because those grudges, man, I feel like they hurt because not even that this relates to an apology, but like I said, like our dear friend Jason, man, like that was someone we lost that we grew up with. All of us had a class with him at some point. Yeah. All of us have spent memorable moments with him at some point. Even Nick, you know what I mean? I remember, I'll never forget, like, he was driving behind me one time on Oakwood Road. And I was like, yo, I haven't spoke to Jason in years. Not years. I think a year. Right. We spoke like once or twice. He hit me up about a highlight tape. But I didn't respond. Mm-hmm. I mean, I responded, but I didn't take the next step and be like, yo, let's link up.
Yeah.
was like, I'll text him tomorrow.
Mhm.
Or I went home. I went to sleep. I didn't text him. He died the next day.
Yeah.
I didn't text him. He was driving behind me on Oakwood Road, and I was like, yo, that's Jason. I remember his Honda Civic plate, you know, the little H, the little logo for the Honda, his little souped-out Civic. And I was like, yo, I'm going to text him. And I never texted him. So these grudges we hold, man, or these moments we hold on to us to take the next step, it doesn't matter, man. It all relates to the first one. Life is too short, man. You got to do exactly what you want to do in that moment.
Yeah.
And it relates to the thinking and doing. All these go hand in hand with each other. It's crazy. And I didn't even realize it after realizing this post. But now talking about it, you're like, yo, all these go with that first post.
Yeah.
Because life is short, man. You got to do exactly what you want to do and create for yourself and apologize and forgive and everything.
Yeah, it's like, so for me, it's like life is short. Why wouldn't I try to live life how would you say, the smoothest way? Smooth isn't the word, but just like the smoothest, best, I don't know, I guess the smoothest and best way possible. And for me, that's just like, hey, like they said, like Wayne Dyer says that hate, like whatever reason you're upset at someone for, whatever they did that wronged you, he uses a snake bite analogy where he's like hatred and resentment, those things act as venom. So like no one actually dies from the snake bite. Like when you get bit by a snake, that's not the thing that kills you. So the actual event doesn't kill you. The thing that kills you is that venom that lingers around in your blood. And it's the same thing with hatred and resentment and anger. It's like, all right, situation happened, sucked, wasn't good. But you know what? Am I going to carry around this venom with me? Or am I just going to say, hey, I forgive you? And they could still say fuck you to me, and they could hate me. And honestly, that's their venom to carry. I don't want that. I need to move forward. Tomorrow's a new day. So
I love that. That's great.
Yeah.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
Because shit you carry within is what you put out.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I'm just trying to put good shit out there, bro. Good in, good out.
There you go.
I like that.
That's it, yeah.
You put it into the universe and get something back. You know,
Yeah, bro.
What it is.
Life is tough, bro. Life is tough. Things are shitty, you know, like bad shit happens all the time, and I don't know why this shit happens, you know, but like I just realized I don't want to play any part in it anymore. I want to do the opposite. I want to fucking not, and like I'm doing a pretty good job of that in my own life. So and I have the space to share it, and that's why like we do things like this, because I want to say to anyone like, hey, yo, if you're holding on to some hatred, you know, realize that you're the one that's getting affected from that. Not the other person doesn't know. You know, you see someone you hate at the mall, and you're like, fucking, I hate them, dude. They don't even see you. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know you were there. And you're like, fucking, yo, Lou, you hear about fucking Albert? He was at the mall with his fucking, with that girl that I used to talk to, you know? And it's like, he didn't even know you were there. You know, you're the one that's affected by that.
Energy wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, that's all it is.
Yeah.
I feel like if you can just forgive and move on with situations and be okay with them, that's the only thing you can, you know what I mean, you can do.
Yep.
To shed some positive light on the situation.
Yep.
That's really all you can do.
And I feel like as people, we just got to learn to move on. Like, stop dwelling on, like, shit that people have done to us. Like, you're living your life. You're not living their life. And you shouldn't be living to make them so happy. You got to be happy your damn self.
Yep.
Yeah. I agree.
Man.
I agree, bro.
7 is a good one. Some people are simply the wrong match for you.
Ah, yikes.
Some people are
Why'd you do it, bro? Cue Drake. Cue. Cue What Goes Around by Justin Timberlake.
But this is something that obviously for people listening and for people, you know, relating this quote to themselves, yes, obviously the first thing you think is relationship. Bro, friends as well.
Yeah.
Some people are not, you know what I mean, meant for you, and they're not meant to be in your life. And some of these people that were your best friends growing up, they're just not the right fit for you, for who you truly are.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Some people are not the right match for you. And that's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay with that. You know what I mean? We've all had relationships. That girl was not the right one. You know what I mean? She wasn't the right one. She didn't bring the
She
best
was,
out
bro.
of
It
you.
was timing.
She was bad though, but
That's on her.
But that's right, you know? And it comes with friends too. Think about how many friends you had. Every grade, you kind of outgrew someone.
Yeah.
You kind of outgrew certain people. You outgrew someone you worked with. You're like, they're not on the same wavelength as me.
Yeah.
And bro, there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong at
It's
all.
just life.
Yeah.
It's just life. And your energy and who you are,
Yeah.
it puts you in that realm.
Yeah.
Surround you with people that do fit you.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Absolutely, bro.
You know,
Absolutely.
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
So obviously, I know you have dealt with that.
Yeah.
100%, and I believe you have as well.
Yeah.
So I want to hear your guys' perspectives on that, and what's your thought process on people? You know, they're just simply the wrong match for you.
Yeah, dude, I was just talking about this with one of my other boys, because right now I'm at this stage where like my immediate people are my fucking team, yo. Everyone's like fucking positive and out and maybe outgoing and just happy and motivated and we talk about God and we talk about purpose and passion, and like that's my thing, like that's my truth, bro. I'm not ashamed of, like, that's where I'm at in life, so it makes sense. Like, I'm building this team of all these amazing people in my eyes that are on the same type of thing as me, but at the same time I'm loyal to the people that I grew up with. I don't want to feel like I'm leaving anyone behind, because everybody always talks about, dead weight, gotta cut him off, gotta get rid of him, and I'm like, nah, man, like, you could just, different people could have different purposes in your life. Like, my immediate, if you look at my old school circle, Johnny Otto, Mike DeLuca, Joey Marzu, Kenny Sharp, all these guys, right? I don't talk to them, like, and even if but it's still love for me. I don't carry around resentment or grudges because we don't hang out anymore or any of that. It's I can still go out with them and have a good time. They just serve a different purpose in my life. They're not in my immediate circle. I think that the only time you should really cut someone off is when they're really dragging you down. Those are the times, when they're harming themselves or they're harming you. Those are the times when you got to look at that. But yeah, man, like, we outgrow people, and there's nothing wrong with that. So to anyone that feels like, again, like you feel lost, or you feel like you don't have a lot of friends, or you haven't met the right guy or the right girl, and it's like, well, because you go to the library, that's what you do. You go to the library. You're a person that goes to the library, and you're trying to meet people at the club. It's like, think about, like, meet people at the library, or maybe you're supposed to live in California and you're trying to meet people in Long Island. They're the wrong match. So, yeah, bro, I'm big on that.
There's a saying that there's plenty of fish in the sea. And I agree with that saying because, like, just because you grew up with a certain group of people doesn't mean, like, you're bounded to those people forever. You can't branch out, meet new people. You can't branch out and meet, like, a new girl or whatever like that. Like, you could do that. Like, it's okay. Yeah. And you don't necessarily, like, have to say, all right, for me to go out and branch out, I gotta say bye to my group of people that I mess with. Yeah. You don't have to. Yeah. You can just, like, I'm gonna go my separate way, but I still fuck with y'all.
Always love. Always love. You need me, call me, whatever it is.
That's what I'm saying. My jack is always open. Hit it anytime, I will answer. Yeah. But if I want to do something different, like, you also, at my group, if your group is really your group, they will be okay with you branching out. Right.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, to identify a good friend, like a real friend, is someone that is truly supportive of your decisions. Because I in my old circle, I have had friends that have, they'll be, why don't you keep in touch? Why don't you hit me anymore? And it's like your real friends will always, oh, bro, you were out there getting it. You were out there doing your thing. Thanks for reaching out now. It's good to hear from you,
That's it, man.
So, yeah.
100%.
Yeah, bro.
No, I like that because, man, some friends, you You don't have to speak to every day, and those are the real ones. You know what I mean? Like
That's how we ended up getting close again.
exactly. Like Jake has been my boy since we were in 3rd grade.
Yeah, bro.
We're in 3rd grade, and it's always been all love. We linked up. We've probably seen each other up until now. We've seen each other maybe 6-7 times.
In the past, like 5 years or something.
Yeah, 5
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
But, bro, nothing has changed. Nothing skipped a beat. Nothing.
Yeah.
It's been the same energy. It's been the same love. It's been the
Yeah.
same everything.
And this has been what we've kind of attracted because we're on the similar path, bro. We're doing a similar thing, and that's why you and I can relate the way we relate now.
We're on the same journey.
Yeah. So
And-
I would say anyone, just find your tribe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, 100%. And even me and Albert, like me and Albert used to chill every single day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like me and Albert we were with each other every single day.
Yeah.
Waking up,
For-
working out.
3, 4, 5 years
Yeah.
with each other every day. Nothing has changed. But that's what I'm saying. Like these are the matches in your life. Like these are people that are gonna be with us until our wedding days, until our you know what I mean, the day of our child's birth.
Yeah.
These are the days that you know what I mean. These are the people that are they're matches with us. And then there's some people we grew up with that they're just not a match, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong.
So
And there's no bad blood towards people that do that. Like,
right.
It's
Yeah.
your path. We're not always gonna be on the same journey.
Yeah. But a lot of people carry around that resentment. Oh, I used to be boys with them. Now they're all Hollywood. They got this podcast now. They're doing this and that. It's like, bro, you could have, you know what I'm saying? You could have came for the ride, but you were stuck in that hate. The world is working against me mentality. I can't do that. You know, that's all.
It's not for
bro.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good number 7.
Numero 7.
Number 7, lucky number.
That was
7,
good.
right?
Yeah.
No cap.
That was a
I
good
remember
one.
Zach
Yeah.
used to, every time we were in the library, there was like a bookmark, and it would have numbers and stuff. Dude, Zach said, "Yo, where the 7 at? Where that? Where that?"
Yeah.
Somebody would have it.
Seven.
It would switch.
7's a good number. Yeah. Yeah. No.
7 used to be my number, man.
Yeah.
Huh?
7 used to be my number. Jake, I feel like Jake is gonna like this one.
Okay.
Albert probably like it too.
Give me anything a little spiritual, philosophical, and I'll take it for a spin.
Praise
It's
God.
not other people's
Holy.
job to love you. It's yours.
Ooh. Put me in the game.
Woo!
It's
Fire it
not
up.
other people's job to love you. It's yours. I don't know. I think it's yours. Obviously it's your job to love yourself and yourself. I don't think I've gotten on that level yet. So I don't know how much I can touch on this topic. I want to leave this to you guys.
Yeah.
Do I love myself? Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
But you know, some people rely so much on others' affection toward them and their support towards them, and it kind of fuels them. But at the end of the day, they don't really like who they actually are. Yeah.
I just had such a dynamic conversation about this a couple of days ago too.
Really, that's great. That's great.
Man.
I don't think I'm in the point where it's like I need people to love me to know who I am. I'm kind of like in the middle where I'm like I'm kind of okay with who I am right now. Do I love where I'm at? Do I love who I am? No, right now, no, and that's I feel like that's okay, you know. But I feel like you guys can really touch on this because this is a topic for both of y'all where I feel like you both have found your passion in filmmaking, and I know you want to be a gym teacher, right? Yeah, where I don't know what I want to do yet because I'm still stuck in that moment where I don't know. Where it's like, I like this stuff. I like the podcasting. I like the broadcasting. I like speaking. Because I know my dad always wanted me to get into therapy because of my mom and speak on it. I was always against it.
Yeah.
And I saw a tweet the other day where it was like, some girl kind of joked at podcasting, I guess, for guys.
Yeah.
Did you see that tweet?
I saw that.
She was like, why do guys always start podcasts instead of going to therapy? And
You see the thing underneath?
Huh?
You see the thing underneath?
Yeah. Not that not that this is therapy for me, but I guess it could be a form of it.
This is a great therapy. This is a great, bro.
Yeah,
This is therapy.
And I don't
Getting it
always speak about my mother or or stuff I have going on in my personal life.
Yeah.
But I like hearing people's their mindsets and their thought process and where they're at in life. And I like touching on it because I feel like I can help people,
Yeah.
because I'm still stuck in that happy medium between basketball and this.
Mm-hmm.
I still love basketball, bro. I
Yeah.
still got it. I'm telling you, I still got it.
I believe it.
I
as
know
well.
you do.
You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly. Pop a 40 ball on your dome. You think he doesn't believe
like I
it.
still got
It's
it.
pretty
and
cool, bro. You could just pick up a basketball and do some shit with it, you know? Like, it's pretty cool, bro.
And not on no cocky stuff like that. Like, I really worked hard for this. I really put in the
Yeah.
pain for basketball, and
Yeah.
this is just something that I love.
Yeah.
But I feel like for you guys, like, this is something where you found your passion,
Yeah.
you found your love. Like,
Yeah.
what does it mean to you?
I found I'm coming into who I am as a man. And that is a fucking wild feeling. I realized that the reason why most people don't love themselves is insecurity. They're not confident.
Yeah, man.
Bro, I felt that shit. Some of the things that I've done in my life that I'm most not proud of was because I was insecure. And why was I insecure? Because I didn't know what the fuck I was, bro. I didn't know what the fuck Jake Moscato is. Bro, the sun doesn't judge itself based off of the shadows that it casts. The sun's the sun, bro. The sun doesn't go around, hey, the shadows, what do you think? Am I doing a good job today? Am I lighting everything up nice? How is there, are the plants good? No, the sun's the fucking sun, bro. It doesn't think about its shadows, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with human beings. Bro, in my eyes, we're all a piece of God. We all have the ability to create like God does. And however I think about God, I think is God is this essential life force that flows from me to me, to you, to the trees, God's everywhere around us. So I think that human beings are absolutely magnificent, bro. I think we are every single person is destined for greatness. So how can I be insecure if I know that I am a piece of God? I can't. So I'm at this place now where, someone hit me up the other day, and someone asked me a question the other day, and they're like, hey, like, sometimes like you can come off a little cocky, and I'm like, it's not my responsibility how someone else perceives me. I didn't mean it that way. So what I'm saying is that does it sound a little crazy if I sit here and I'm like, yo, I am a piece of God? That's kind of what Kanye was doing, right? Like, I have the power to create my reality, blah, blah, blah. I'm saying all this empowering shit. Someone might be like, yo, he's being real cocky right now. It's like, no, that's what I'm not trying to do. It's just, I know that's what I am, and I know that's what everyone else in this room is. So my goal is to spread my knowing of that piece of God and say, hey, you all can do this too.
Jake out here spreading the gospel.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. Amen. 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 Amen, man.
So yeah, bro, that's you gotta. So in order to love yourself, you have to know what you are, and you are fucking beautiful, man. We are all, bro. It's not a coincidence, It's not a coincidence that we're all born, bro, and we're all given this thing's a gift in my eyes, So, yeah, bro.
No, I agree with that. I mean, but as far as how I viewed it more towards like being in a relationship. It's crazy that I'm saying this because I've never really been in it, but I've been like, I'm a good listener. So people love to tell me shit about their relationship.
Yeah.
I've heard so much shit about people's relationships. And the biggest thing that's a downfall in a relationship and can cripple it and just like fuck it totally up, insecurities.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's exactly what I was speaking on. I didn't want to bring it up that it was about relationship. It was like all the moments in some of the things that I'm most not proud of were in my last relationship, because I look at my life and I'm like, yo, I'm fucking proud of the guy that I was, but then I look at myself in my relationship and I'm like, oh, I was jealous. Why the fuck? Why was I jealous about this dude You know, why did I care if she went out to the club? Why did I? And not saying like these are the examples, but like, bro, your girlfriend wants to go on a trip with her girls, let her go. You know?
Right.
You know?
Kevin Hart said it in
Yeah.
his thing. Like, yo, you gotta be in that stage where you're like, yo, even though you're in a relationship, they gotta live their lives too. And
Yeah,
like, there's
bro.
people that's gonna come up to them and say, yo, you look good, ma. And my opinion, my response to her would be like, good looks. She does look good. That's my shorty. Facts.
She's bad, right?
That's what I'm
You should
saying.
see her at. No. Oh man. Yeah, nah, so yeah. And so but like you get to this place of loving yourself where you start like looking in the mirror a little different. You're like, "Oh, okay. I see what we're working with," you know? So loving yourself is important, bro. It's not cliche.
And you can't love somebody until you love yourself first. Because that shouldn't be that person's job to just spread out love to you and just like it's a fountain and you're just sipping on it like every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
No. You
Yeah,
gotta
they
love
can't be the
yourself.
source of that. Yeah.
Come on now.
That's unfair to them.
100%.
I need you to have enough love for yourself and then give it to me.
Exactly.
I need you to fill me up and fill you up at the same time. That ain't how it works.
It's not 80-20. It's 50-50. Come on now.
Yeah, buddy.
It's a word. So I'm glad you guys, really touched on that. Because like I said, I don't know where I'm at. And not that I rely on other people to love me or show love and stuff like that, where it's like, but I feel like I still have to find where I'm at in life with, do I want to go full send, with the podcast or something like that, or do I still love basketball? Because this is the first time I've ever took a year off since I was like 13.
Yeah.
10 years I've been every year has been dedicated to basketball, and I still love it, and I still watch videos, and I'm like, I can still play at that level. I know I can. It'll take me a few weeks, but I know I can get back to that point. And for the viewers watching, man, this is something we're gonna branch off with. This, I'm glad I'm kind of saying this now. Me and Nick, Nick's my camera guy, Nick's my producer and everything, and we're kind of gonna, I don't know if I told you guys, we're gonna branch off with this with kind of speaking to Albert about it, almost an in the life type thing with basketball, because I think I'm gonna get back into it for my last 2 years. Like,
why not?
Really,
let's do it, bro.
Really go into it.
Do it.
But we're gonna film it. We're gonna record it,
Hell yeah.
and we're gonna record the grind and the workouts and the just day-to-day lifestyle of a hooper. And a lot of people are doing that. And am I going to the league? No. Am I going to play professional basketball? Probably not. Maybe
It's possible.
And I'm not ruling it out. But it's something that it shaped me to who I am today, man. And basketball has always been a love of mine, and it's something that created connections that I can never make anywhere else. But that's something we're gonna branch off of this, and it's gonna be the journey through my kind of like getting back to it process of basketball.
Hell yeah.
And I'm excited for it. Once the weather gets warm, COVID is very present and serious. So, outdoor basketball is going to be where it's done most of the time. But obviously we have to do it when it's warm. The season got canceled. I got 2 years left to play. And I'm going to go I think I'm going to go all in with it, man, and really get back to it. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, bro.
But that's something where my love really was at.
Yeah.
And that's what I really enjoyed doing.
Yeah.
Because that's where I found.
You probably feel confident too when you're playing ball.
Yeah.
That's another thing for other people. Like, if you don't feel confident, it's probably because you're just not doing confident activities. You're not doing the activities that you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. These are the two things I solely enjoy the most, which is podcasts with my boys, and obviously I'd love to have big time people on, and the celebrities, but can I relate to them much? Probably not. Yeah. I like having my boys on, and that's what I think so seriously about what on Mike Studd's podcast with Charlie Rocket. He said it's the people around you that are gonna get you to where you need to be, and it's those people that are gonna get you to the top that surround you. Those are the people that are gonna help you make it. So
Yeah.
That's what I'm just trying to do, man, is just keep surrounding myself with the people I love, the people that I grew up with, and the people that make the most sense to me, you know, as a person.
And have your best interests at heart.
Cool.
Yeah.
Stopped.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
So we're at number 9.
To be back.
We're at number 9. I like this one too because this I feel like this goes second hand with how we are today as humans and as people. What you own is not who you are. What you own is not who you are.
Love this one.
And this is so much. This is so many people. This can relate to so many people where it's like, man, there's so much for show stuff that's going on and
flexing.
yeah,
This is an ego thing, bro.
Yeah.
ego,
Yeah.
100% ego,
Yeah.
and social media plays a huge part in that, but it does not define you, what you have or who you
Yeah.
are. You know, it
Yeah.
doesn't define you as a human, and money and items, jewelry, etc. All that can be nice, you know.
Yeah,
all that shit is
good.
great.
I like it.
We all want it.
Put me on, yeah.
Wait,
We
give me a
want
red
it.
bub. He hype.
Do
Yeah,
we
bro.
need it?
No.
Do we need it? No. And what you own is not who you are.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Because you could have the nicest stuff in the world and you could be a piece of shit.
Yeah.
A lot of people are.
Yeah.
A lot of those people
Yeah.
that have that stuff are pieces of shit.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
that's
Because
that
they
is
think-
unfortunate.
Since I have this,
Yeah, I am superior.
I am
have
better
more-
than you.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be that fucking philosophical person where it's like, no, that
You could have nothing.
bro, do I want that? Absolutely.
Parts of
Why
that-
not?
parts
If,
of that,
I,
yeah,
if I have
absolutely.
the opportunity to
Yeah.
have that, which I think one day I will,
Mhm.
I will have the
You will
choice
have
to
it.
choose what I want.
Yeah.
Mm.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna have a nice closet.
A great closet,
Yeah, it's
a
gonna be
great
very nice.
studio, a
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
car.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make me a better person, a better human being. So what does that what does that mean to you guys? And how does that correlate to your lives where what you own is not who you are? Because I know, Jake, you have more camera equipment than 90% of people in the world.
Yeah.
That doesn't make you better than them or doesn't change who you are as a
Yeah.
person. And I know, Albert, all the shoes you have, all the
Yeah.
clothes you have, cars that you've had, it doesn't make you who you are.
Yeah.
It doesn't make a difference in who you are. And as we're talking about minuscule things, it's something that can go a long way with a person, you know? Where it's like you could get carried away with yourself, you know? So I feel like knowing who you truly are is something that is you know, beneficial to your life.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
something that can benefit you in a positive way.
I agree.
Well, bro, I just believe like no one's better than the next man. You know, like for all that, you know, like all that I am God talk, like that doesn't mean that I think that I'm better than anyone else. It just means that like I just know what I am. You know, that's all. It doesn't mean that I think that I'm better than anyone. It's weird, bro. There's like we're in society, the boomers and the people of older age and coaches and all those people. You know, it's like you get judged by the choices that you make, and in our society, the more that you have, the more that you accomplish, the more that you achieve, the more that you own, that usually constitutes for you're a better person. This makes you a better person. So it's like I remember when I was going to school to be a physician's assistant, a PA. Pretty sweet gig, bro. What are you going to be? I'm gonna be a PA. Like all the parents, especially in Long Island, they'd always be like, "Hey, like what are you doing with your life?" You know? That's another funny question, like what are you doing, you know? So it's like, "Oh, I'm a Division 1 football player. I'm going to be I'm going to med school." You know? And automatically they're like, "Whoa,
Living it.
whoa." And it's like, "Yo, what if I fucking hit my dad? What if I was abusing my girlfriend? What if I was doing weird, shady shit on the internet? What if I was making these weird choices with money and I was a really bad dude? on our surface level, how people treat you, they think I'm a good person because I told them I got a good job, I'm an athlete. They're a good dude. What if they asked me a question? Hey, what do you do with your life? Oh, I'm going to Honolulu. You know, like I'm thinking about like, you know, taking a year living off the earth, and yeah, just, you know, I'm hanging out. What are you gonna do? No, I don't know. I really don't know what I want to do. I just want to go over there and meditate and pray and have fun. They look at me like I have 17 heads.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's like I'm going there to get present. I'm going there to love other people, really experience human connection and spread love and kindness. Like I'm going there to be like a saint. But they looked at me when I was a doctor. In their eyes, I was a good dude, even though I was doing all that shady shit. But you could be like, I just don't understand what makes people think like if you have a bit more status than someone, you're a better person. I hate that, bro.
Yeah, like I feel like owning something, like you said, like it doesn't matter materialistic. Owning could be like owning what you're doing. You're owning a trip to Hawaii, to meditate, and become a better person. You're owning that. People think owning is always a nice car, nice chain, nice clothes.
Wow, yeah, right.
And I didn't even think about that until you just said that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But owning who you are is something that is more internal sometimes rather than, you know what I mean?
If you're going to own anything, own that thing.
Yeah.
Owning who you are.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Because, like, about that, like, when I think about that, my first thing is you are what goes in the grave with you.
Explain that.
Basically, you could have literally everything. You could have the cars, you could have the women, you could have the watches, you could have everything. But when you go to when you're going 6 feet under and they're bringing you down, Father God, please make sure he goes to the heaven and all this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
What is with you? You, yourself, and yourself again. Like, it's you. Like, all this materialistic things that, like, people glorify and people love to flex and stuff like that. And maybe even some part in our lives become victims to it. Where we're like, yo, I just bought this. Let me put it on the gram. Let me put it on Snapchat. Boom, I just got this.
Right.
But, like, when you really think about it, like, yo, if this shit's gone, what the fuck am I? I'm still Claude Cajuste, right?
Right. At the end of the day, yeah.
Come on now. Like, I've grown, like, as I was, like, my upbringing, there was a lot of, like, gangsters and stuff around my neighborhood where they would have all the shoes. They would get all the girls and this, that, and the third. But yet, they're not happy because they can't stay in a relationship because they're self-conscious. Like, they're basically, they feel like because they have this, the woman should stay with them. But why are they staying with you? Because they want you, right?
Right. So over everything else.
What is what you have, like, what does that have to do with anything?
Yeah. It's crazy, bro, because it's just something that I even know, like, even in, like, lobsters, like I was reading Jordan Peterson's book. He talks about hierarchies in not only human societies, but also in the animal kingdom. It's like, yo, top dog eats. That's just the way it is. But it's terrible when that might be like an actual law. Like, maybe the top dog does eat, but it's terrible when the top dog takes advantage of others.
Yep.
You know, like, that's the thing. Like, all right, you're in that 1%, you're going to live good. Congratulations. You know, you got there. Like, that's a good thing. You know, use it. Hopefully you're using that 1% to give back. You know, it's just terrible when people get to that 1% and they think I am what I have. I am what I do. And then you start treating people badly because of it. I'm on this rampage now, bro, where if I see some shit like that and I see like a someone of money, like, talk down to someone, like let's say, like, I'm in a meeting, right? And I'm CEO of Selfless Films, bro. I'm in the studio, you know what I'm saying? Like, all corporate and everything. And one of my partners, let's say we're in a meeting and a garbage man knocks on the door and he's like, hey, like, I have a good point. You know, if one of my partners is like, yo, get that fucking garbage guy out here, I'd be like, hey, who the fuck you talking to? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be like, get the, you know, like, cause it's like, what makes you better than him? He's a human being just like you.
Facts.
Yeah. That's something that I could definitely agree with, because I hate when people belittle
We talk about
others.
this too, bro.
Yeah, me and you speak about this so much. Like, I hate when people belittle others. It's like you should treat people with the same respect as you would treat a CEO to the custodian.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know, and even some people like me and you know it, like, custodians don't like being called janitors.
At all.
They don't like being called janitors because
Don't do it. I'm telling you.
they're not a janitor, they're a
Right.
custodian.
Yeah.
And for you to belittle them and talk down on them,
Yeah.
that's something that
Yeah.
sticks with people. You shouldn't do that. You know,
Right. It makes them feel like a lesser version of themselves. It makes them less confident already off the bat.
Facts.
Like Nick Barada was telling me that Tyler Perry treats everyone on his studio the same.
Yep.
He treats
Why the fuck
he
not?
treats his camera
Yeah.
guys and his filmmakers and editors and everything the same as he treats the custodians on set.
Yeah.
The people that break everything down and clean up and stuff like that. Look at that guy. He's a billionaire.
Yeah.
If he treats everyone with respect, you should too. If
Yeah.
you're this, if you're lesser than him,
Mhm.
financially at least, or as a person at least, accomplishments, you haven't amounted to what Tyler Perry has amounted.
Yeah.
But maybe there's a reason someone like Tyler Perry has, accomplished. Maybe there's a reason behind his success.
Yeah, man.
He's probably twice as successful because of the way he treats those people.
Yeah, man.
Exactly. Because he gets support and people respect him because he is who he is. People that belittle others and look down on other stuff, that's not something that's gonna carry with you positively.
Mm-hmm.
And like you were saying, man, like those people, it doesn't say much to your character, the people that do that.
Yeah.
So
But let me say this, like, we could even bring it into sports as well. You've been a captain before. You've been a captain before. I've been in leadership positions as well. Like, there's times where we'll be talking about a game or whatever and stuff like that, and maybe the last person that's on the bench will say something, say, "Oh, maybe we should do this. Maybe we should do that." There's a lot of times that there's captains that will say, "Just because I'm a captain, fuck what you say. What I say is right."
And then the
there's
team loses.
coaches too, and then the team loses.
Yeah.
Maybe that could have been a great idea. I feel
Yeah.
like we gotta, as a society, we gotta start listening to people more.
Yeah.
And stop just shutting them out just because of where they are in life or what their stature is. Like, I'm confused. Why? The fuck?
I have my ears perked in every single scenario now. I don't care if I'm talking to a 4-year-old, bro, or someone maybe that's maybe a little mentally impaired, bro. I'm paying attention because some of the moments of great inspiration, great spiritual intervention have come from something that someone said something that I did not think what was even capable of saying. So now I'm like, yo, everyone's got something to say. There's some genius that can come out of anyone's mouth. Maybe that's what God is. Maybe that's how God communicates through people.
yeah. Obviously, everyone's in your life for a reason. At some point, there's someone in your life for a reason.
Yeah.
They're there to relay a message.
Yeah.
To relay some type of energy that's gonna have an impact on your life, positively or negatively.
Mm-hmm.
And like me and you always say, bro, and it's a quote that I always say from Charlie Rocket.
Yep.
It's the people around you
Yep.
that are gonna get you there. This dude.
So tell this story. We were talking about it before. I think I got cut off. Tell the actual story.
Yeah.
Real quick. Summarize it real quick.
Long story short, this dude was a kind of like a filmmaker. He would record what Soulja Boy was doing.
Oh, okay.
When Soulja Boy was 16, they were
Yeah.
in Mississippi State. He was he would
Yeah.
take photos. He would do all that type stuff. He invented Kicks on Fire.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's the guy. This is a 16-year-old white kid from Atlanta,
Mhm.
in the game. And long story short, he started moving his way up, and he ended up being the manager of 2 Chainz and Travis Porter. So he's had some big time hits, right? The dude he made, that he met, that made the beats of Travis Porter, they all went like top 5 billboards, bro. Hits. You know where he met him? Outside his studio. The dude was homeless.
Wow.
Looking
bro.
for a job.
Yeah. Yeah, he brings the guy in, like, day one, brings the guy in off the street, like, the random homeless dude guy needs a job, right? Brings him, apparently he's, like, a sound engineer, brings him into the studio, and then he's like, all right, let me see, let me see what you could do. And the first thing he does is like, was it, make it rain?
Yeah. He produces Make It Rain.
Like, the first one, it was like, or Bring It Back, like, it was like, Bring It Back. It was like one of
He
those, like,
produces one of the biggest hits in America.
yeah.
And
this
dude
dude,
was
homeless dude, bro.
on the street, just trying. Bro, he was living in his studio that he rented every month. That's where the dude was sleeping, in his own studio.
Yeah.
So Charlie Rocket was like, "What are you doing out here, bro?" And this dude is an innovator, and this dude fucking creates,
Yeah.
I mean, even down the road, this dude Charlie Rocket made a Nike commercial. And he spoke into existence of, he was like, I'm going to be on a Nike commercial with LeBron and Serena Williams.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He did it.
Yeah.
He was on that Nike commercial with Colin Kaepernick, LeBron James, and Serena Williams.
And you know what else got him there? Yo, the filmmaker so in order to get on the actual Nike commercial, he wanted to make his own Nike commercial in order to get seen. He knew that's how he was going to get the exposure from Nike. He couldn't afford some big time filmmaker. Bro, it just so turned out that like some random guy, like his
walked in his crib.
walks into his apartment, and is like, apparently like has like a camera with him, and he's like, yo, I'll pay you $300. $300 to shoot this video, bro. Makes a banger video, bro, for $300. I would not even get close to accepting a video for $300, bro.
Seriously.
And that was the video that caught fire, bro.
Yeah.
So it
was because Charlie Rocket was he was an overweight guy. He was like obese, I guess you could say, and he was like, I'm gonna run a marathon. Everyone was like, you're crazy.
Yeah.
You're insane. You're not going to run a marathon. You're not physically fit enough to run a marathon. You're not going to do this. And this dude worked his ass off.
Yeah.
And he got to the point
where... He runs an Ironman.
Oh, yeah. That's what it was, right? An Ironman?
Ironman.
Yeah.
It's a marathon, a 112 mile bike, and then a 2.5 mile open water swim. Back to back to back.
Yeah. And he did it.
He was like 400 pounds.
And some guy he had that came in, because he was obviously in the music game. Bro, he won Grammys. He won Grammys, and he was like, no, I'm going to be a Nike-sponsored athlete.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, bro, you're insane.
Yeah.
What do you mean you're going to be a Nike athlete?
Yeah. What?
And he did it.
Yeah.
But he did it with the people around him. The people that God put in his life. He made those hits with a guy that was outside his studio homeless.
Yep.
Then he did the film, the commercial.
Some random dude.
With some random dude that his boys with.
Yeah.
And he just happened to come into his crib and he was like, oh, wait, who did that? He was like, I did that.
Yep.
He was looking at his work. He was like, wait, who edited that?
Yeah.
I did. Who made the sound for that? I did.
Yep.
So he was like, whoa, I don't have much money, but I'll give you $300 and we can shoot this Nike commercial and we'll see if it pops. And it popped. Nike hit him back the day later.
Next day.
1 day later.
Yeah.
After they posted it.
That's fucking
So
wicked.
what people in your life can help you win that Grammy? Or get on a fucking Nike commercial with LeBron James, Colin Kaepernick, and Serena Williams? Could be someone in this room, bro.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Right, Lou? I need you, bro.
God surrounds you with the people that you need in your life, man.
Yeah.
And you don't know.
Yeah.
You really don't.
I believe that you and I are destined to do great shit, and Lou and I are destined to do great shit, and now fucking Albert join the team, baby. Come on.
Seriously. Because, like, The Alchemist that we read, bro, it's these little omens, these little signs in life that God throws at you, and if you miss them, you miss them.
Yeah.
But if you catch them, it might be something good.
Something serious.
It might be something serious that they're there for a reason.
Yeah.
You know.
Actually,
Last but not
Welcome
least.
back. Welcome back.
welcome back.
Number
welcome
10.
back.
Number 10, man, the last number on this great list. And this is something that obviously can relate to everyone and can fit in everyone's life. Everything changes every second.
Bam.
Everything changes every second. I can 100% agree with that, where my life changed 100% from where everything was basketball, and now I'm focusing on a podcast and a girlfriend, and basketball hasn't been a big part of my life,
Yeah.
playing wise or working out.
Yeah.
So everything changes every second, where your entire life can change, your entire mental state can change at, I feel like I've done this 5 times in this episode, but a snap of the finger. You know? You have no idea what life's going to throw at you, and how you're going to react to it, and how you're going to correspond with the moments and the experiences that are thrown at you. So everything changes every second. What does that mean to you guys? And touch on that, man, because this is a good number 10 and a good way to end this thing off, because I don't know, I feel like it's something that it goes hand in hand with our life and our experiences and everything we've gone through.
Yeah.
So what does it mean to you guys?
I just look at it like, yo, if your life sucks and things are going wrong, like, how amazing is it to know that, like, everything changes every second, you know, like, everything, like, literally, like, all right, it's bad, okay, next second it could be good, you know, like, maybe not the next second, you know, but, like, hey, I know that, like, there are some times I'll be in a really terrible mood, and then I'll see something, and then I'll be like, whoa, you know, I'll get excited. So, like, immediately, bro, I'm looking at that just like, hey, for anyone, like, going through a tough time, like, yo, things aren't, you know, nothing is really permanent. Like Mike Stud says all the time, like, the only thing guaranteed in this life is change. And if you can kind of be friends with that, that's a good thing. And especially if you're like, yo, some people don't like change, but they also don't like where they're at. So but change is scarier to them, so they stay where they're at. But it's like, I don't know, I can't live my life like that, you know. So it's like, I look at this. Everything changes every second, you know. As man, if you don't like where you're at in life, you could change it in a second.
It just takes a conscious, like, as we said, just to do it. Like, that's another thing. Like, change is inevitable. Like, there's just nothing you can really do about it. You just gotta learn to control how you react to it. Because if a change happens and, like, you might not like it.
Yeah.
Change is not always gonna be good, but it can be good.
Well, yo, since change is inevitable, why don't you why don't you just change it? Because change is going to happen. Like, bro, there's going to be a moment in every man's life where he transitions from a boy into a man. Yeah. And you could wear that manhood proudly. You could, you know, I'm a man now. You can grow into that. You could choose to take that, the responsibility, the conscientiousness that it takes at being a strong man, or you can just let that happen to you when you're 40. So that's how I look at change, is you can choose when you want to, you know, change. You could control change more instead of letting the change happen and being upset with the result.
And that's basically, like, as you as a person, like, have you encountered, like, your experiences are basically gonna decide, like, how, like, you go about life. Because if you've seen how something is gonna happen, because something happened to you, and you've seen how, like, you see the result of what had happened has done. You see the result that has come from it. So now what you have to do in yourself is, like, if you know that that's going to happen through this, now, since if that occurs again, now I'm going to change how I'm going to react towards that. And you could just use it as that. Like, just have your experiences to help you basically cope with the change.
Right. Yeah. It's like every time there is a new change, you learn. It's almost like you just use change as like an exercise. Like, okay, like change number one. You take inventory. It was this, and this. Change two comes. Okay, like that kind of happened in change number one, and then you keep doing that. And then eventually, change is just not even a. It's like nothing even happens anymore because you kind of know what to expect. You know, you can minimize the amount of uncertainty that scares people in change.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I could agree with that, very strongly because I've been to 4 schools. I've been to
You're
That's
Mr.
reached the
Change.
both of us.
yeah,
Holy shit.
three high schools.
Yeah.
And change is just something you got to adapt to. And everything changes every second. It's not a bad thing. Sometimes things change for the better.
Yeah.
And things are different.
Yeah.
Because God has a different plan for you.
Yeah.
And from the people outside looking in, it may be a sign of, uncertainty or, a negative. Where it's like, oh, he's always doing this, or he's always changing up what he wants to do. But there's nothing wrong with that. And some people may, even look at that as a negative in themselves, where it's like, damn, I have no sense of stability in what I want to do.
Yeah.
But, bro, I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. Being at the same point and the same spot you're at for years on end, there may be that may be a negative.
Yeah.
Where there's no growth and there's no change. Sometimes you need change, like we said. Like all these go hand in hand with one another. Where it's like you gotta hit rock bottom at points. You gotta change. You gotta hit those low points to hit the high points.
Yep.
And not that none of us have made it yet or got financially stable or
Can't wait.
anything.
But that's
I feel
gonna
like
be good, right?
Really good.
We'll get there, bro.
Yeah, man.
We'll get there.
But I feel like we're all on that path to get to that point, man. And it's gonna be nice when we get there. It's gonna be really cool, and we're gonna look back and be like, damn, like we were just doing these podcasts, speaking on this stuff, and I was in college thinking about this stuff, and doing all that stuff, man. And we're 23, man.
Young as fuck still.
We're young, and I think we're on the path to complete success, all 3 of us. And we have to accept the fact that everything does change every second. Our mental capacity and our intellect could have changed before this episode. We all could have got everything out of this episode, and I hope the viewers have got something out of this episode.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to sit here and talk about all this philosophy and like I know the way, like I'm some Zen master or guru, because I'm not. But I feel like a lot of people can relate to me, at least in the basketball world, because none of us are in the NBA.
Not one of us. As much as I wish I was, man.
Like a lot of us had these hoop dreams. A lot of us saw the NBA and college and Division I, and it didn't work out the way we wanted. But positive wise, we've learned so much during this journey and during this process that we can use these things we've learned and these tools and these mentalities we've learned. We can use it towards something positive in our lives 100%. Going forward. So
it's the main reason why I wanted to be a physical education teacher. I'm not gonna lie to you, because kids like they need to know that shit's gonna be okay. Like it's not the end of the world if shit
it starts with the kids, bro.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it starts from when they're young as hell.
Yeah,
because that's what molds them into maybe the stubborn kid, the sore loser. That's what molds them.
And that's beautiful that you want to be that role, because a lot of times the thing that corrupts and fucks kids over is people in that role, in that teacher's role, that tells the kid you're not athletic, or you're a C student, or you're always getting into trouble, or why don't you be more like Jerry, So, bro, that would be good, man. You should call out any teachers that are doing fuckery, bro. You should call them out.
No, seriously, because at the end of the day, these people of hierarchy and higher up standards, if you want to say, they were kids at one point too.
Yeah.
True.
And the reason they're saying certain things they're saying is because they dealt with it as kids.
Yeah, it's like, let's stop it.
So it carries with them, you
Yeah.
know? And there's a reason they are the way they are.
Yeah.
And we don't know that as kids because we don't know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Kids don't know any better. Kids don't understand why someone's saying that or belittling them or saying stuff like that.
Right.
But as you know what I mean? You as a filmmaker, me as a basketball player and podcast, and you as a gym teacher, we can use our platforms as people to change the lives of 10, 15, 20, hopefully 100 kids.
Yeah, man.
You know? And we can use this platform, and we'll look back on this episode years later where we're like, all right, we did have the right mental standpoint as 23-year-olds where we're like, all right, we were going in the right direction. Because, man, like, I know I can help a lot of kids' lives. I know I can. And I know that's why I was put on this earth to help people. Because God didn't give me this skill and this ability to speak to people and listen and hear and give advice. And just like God didn't give you the ability to film make and be an athlete in football and all this stuff. Because you can change hundreds of lives. And you as a gym teacher, you know what I mean? Think about all the lives you're going to come across thousands of kids every 5 years. Thousands. If you can touch 20 of them, think about it. If you can touch 20 out of 1,000, you change 20 lives. And 20 lives means, think about it, they all have 1 to 2 to 3 kids. And now you change those. Think about how many lives you changed as a person. And people don't understand that these little roles. I'm just a gym teacher. I'm just a filmmaker. I just do podcasts, or I just play basketball, or I train basketball. You know, you change so many lives in the things that you're doing, but you don't realize it while you're doing it. But when you're 50, 60, 70 years old, close to, on your way out, you're like, wow, like I did leave my footprint on earth. I left my mark. I left my message. And I feel like that's what it's all about, Everything does change every second.
I feel like the happiest thing that like I could feel, especially as I'm going into the process of becoming a physical education teacher, is me starting off teaching a kid skills and like helping him build his character and stuff. And say I'm in the gym and 20 years later or whatever, the kid comes back to the school and says, yo, thank you. Like, you really helped mold me into the guy I am today by the little things that like the little nuggets you used to give me. You fall down, get back up. This guy did that to me. It's okay. You don't have to necessarily retaliate. Just like take it in and then do what you got to do. As far as whether your sports be, somebody pushes you, go push them back. What, are you just going to let them just run over you like that? Yep. No. Come on now. Like, that would be the happiest thing for me. To have that happen. Telling you.
Yeah. No, I think that's great, man. Beautiful. And I feel like we couldn't have touched on these points, any better than we did. And I don't know. Maybe 20 years later, we could have.
Yeah.
But in this moment,
I think we did the best we could have, bro. I'm proud of it. I'm going to go home and eat some brownies or something and enjoy myself.
Thinking instead of doing, doing instead of thinking.
Yeah.
And in this moment, I think that was great. And as we wrap this up, what's some closing moments, you want to touch on? I want you to speak on your hoodie a little bit, Black Women Matter.
Yeah, man.
And what does that say? God. What does it say? God dope? Yeah.
God is dope.
So talk on that, and what that message means to you. Because I know that plays a role in your life as well. Because, I even heard you speaking about it earlier. Talk on that, man.
Well, I am a black man, if you haven't noticed.
Are you?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe.
You don't think so?
I've been told. This is what my mom told me. I don't know. I am a black man, so therefore, I feel like I have an obligation to basically shed light on how my people have been treated unfairly. And with that being said, black women have been treated the most unfairly out of all of us. I'm not gonna lie to you, because they're black, they've been treated unfairly, and also because they're women. Women have been treated unfairly since like the beginning of time. Literally, our founding fathers literally said, all men are created equal. Where's there women in there? Where's there even black men in there? Where's there Hispanic men in there? Where's all that? Come on now. Like, I feel like me personally, because I am a black man, I need to shed light on that. I need to use my voice and the platform that thank Zach has given me to shed light on the fact that these things matter. Like, lives matter, and for discrimination and mistreatment to be still happening to this day, it really hurts my heart, and I will not stop spreading the message of equality and just us trying to be happy as a whole society, as people in general. I will not stop spreading that gospel, because I really want us to get to a point where I can go anywhere I want and my kids can go anywhere they want without feeling like somebody's watching them or somebody is gonna hurt them in some type of way. And if it takes me however long it does, I'm willing to do it. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm willing to do it. Black lives matter. Black women matter, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, no, that's a great message, and obviously it's something that needs to be heard. Like I said before, all these truths and painful truths, I guess you could say, correlate with our lives, and they correlate with that message as well.
Yeah.
Because, there's so much truth in that.
Yeah.
And for those of you that haven't seen, but Albert does, these poems, right? I guess you could call them these poems.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he does.
What?
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna post his last one that he posted at the end of this video. I want you to stay for the end of that, because in his words there's a lot of strong messages and truthful sayings, and everything. I think it's something that a lot of people can get a message from and take something out of it. So I'll post that at the end. This is a great episode, man.
Yeah, bro, we did it well. that was good.
Yeah, no. Do you have any closing words, Jake, and kind of wrap this thing up?
Yeah, sure, man. Hey, it's nothing but love for me, for both of you guys. I not to be like, not to make it corny here at the end, or make it like seem produced. It's just this is. I'm really happy that we were able to get together and do this, and hopefully we can keep doing it, man. And anybody watching, like, this is it's nice to be sharing this moment and experience with you, and I'd love to keep doing it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in to episode 10. This has been a journey. Obviously, 10 episodes in, and we always talk about the future and stuff like that, but living in the moment is great, and episode 10 is something, I guess that's an accomplishment. We got 10 episodes.
Yeah, congratulations, bro.
Yeah,
we'll do the episode 10 party video. Plug it next. No.
Yeah, no, but this is cool.
Very cool,
episode
bro.
10. I'm glad to share it with you guys, and to be as genuine as possible. This is I feel like a perfect episode, perfect two guys to have on for this episode. And I'm glad we got it done. Like I said in my last episode, the hoodies are out, the merch is out. If you guys want hoodies, we have t-shirts coming soon. I think you guys are gonna like them. You can reach out to me on Instagram, Twitter. You can text me, whatever. The hoodies I can ship anywhere. The Journey Podcast hoodies, I'll post a picture of them, right next to me. And man, if you want them, it's just a message to support your own journey and support others' journeys through life, and that's what I'm trying to get across with this merch deal. But keep on going, man. Appreciate you guys joining me on this episode, man. This is a good one. But let's close this one out good, you know?
God bless. Thank you guys.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all listening, man.
Cool.
Of juice. I just wanted to get something off my chest. Knock, knock. I'm black, kind, then I'm educated. But I live in a world that has a system installed to keep me from living my dreams and being dedicated. The word racism is a word that's been a hot topic lately. And I feel bad for my people that had suffocated. But we need to be proud of the color of our skin. Because we're black kings and queens, and we need to feel that from within. The world we live in is a jungle. And now it's not time to sit back and be quiet, but get ready to rumble. And for my people's allies, I applaud your courage and your bravery. With your help, we can make sure this country doesn't regress back to slavery. We've come a long way. From the day George died, I knew we had a lot more work to do. And if I know my people, I know united, ain't no limit to what we can pursue. There's a divide in this country, and we need to find a way to come together. But to the former president, to the common racists, all they seem to care about is the weather. The sun is out, shining bright. Lucky for us, we can use that sunshine to shine its light on the wrong so we can help make them right. Allies, need your help to fight the man. Knock, knock. I'm a black man, so where do you stand?